Well, we owe Eric Dickerson this. we owe him making him upset, yo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Downs with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to preview and predict Sunday afternoon's NFC Divisional Round matchups as the Philadelphia Eagles host the Los Angeles Rams, yo. Before I get into this video, man, for anyone, if you want to drop a dollar on the Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, my social media information is down there. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks, yo. Well, Eagles and Rams, man, we do it again. Not gonna lie. You know, I originally picked the Rams to beat the Vikings, but as the week went on, I felt like the Vikings had a shot, and the Rams went there and punched them in the mouth. Man, looking at the Rams coming off of that win against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night, they dominated, man. Matthew Stafford was efficient, didn't have a lot of crazy numbers, but he was very efficient. Got the ball to the open people. Um, Probably got away with a little fumble sad slash flick pass or whatever. And if you ask my pops, who's a Saints fan, he feel like the Rams always get the calls. Um, he's still a little stunk behind that no interference call back in the day, man. Kyron Williams was solid in this game. Puka Nakua had a really nice game. Cooper Kupp was quiet. He's actually been quiet of late. Had the one nice catch later in the game. Um, Tyler Higbee was really good, though he's banged up. We're gonna see what happened with him. And defensively, they had 9 sacks. Like they got to Darnold 9 times, man. I mean, that's pretty impressive, especially when you don't have somebody named Aaron Donald on your team no more, and you get 9 sacks in a playoff game. That's pretty damn impressive, man. Jared Verse, who we all think gonna be the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, was really good in that game. And they got some other young pass rushers, like Fish, Brian. It's a good young, not a lot of names, but a good young defense that's been playing better and better, as the season has gone along, yo. And looking at my Eagles, man, we coming in off of beating the Packers 22-10. Again, that felt like the score should have been a little more lopsided than what it was. Because I felt like we pretty much dominated this game. The offensive line was really good again. Jalen Hurts wasn't, he protected the ball. He didn't do nothing spectacular, but he didn't screw up neither. And sometimes when you have a team this talented, the best thing to do is to protect the ball, man. Saquon Barkley was really good. Could have been even better, but he decided to slide at the end, which got a funny reaction out of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. But he was really good in this game. Dallas got it, dominated on that one touchdown play where he smacked Valentine in the face 3 times to where we got to investigate if that's a hate crime or not, because he just absolutely manhandled that dude, man. AJ Brown, heard finished up his book, got his one catch for 10 yards, finished up his book. Got the author of the Inner Excellence, a lot of pub this week. Shout out to the author of that book. Devontae Smith made a few catches, and but the story of the day was the defense, man. Nolan Smith was really good with a couple of sacks. Milton Williams, was solid, and Jalen Carter in the middle. Zach Bond got the big pick, and of course the secondary was locking them down. Quinyon Mitchell, Slade both got a pick. But the thing going forward is the loss in the Kobe Dean, man. That's a real big loss. Um, Guys just like the vocal leader of the front seven, man. That's a big loss. And Jake, though he missed the extra point, he made the field goals that matter. So I gotta get at the Jake, yo. Um, Looking at this matchup, yo, for my Eagles, keys to us offensively and winning the game, is running the football, man. Look, the weather gonna be cold. It's look like it's gonna snow. Obviously, the Rams are not used to those type of elements. So, the one thing that people's that not used to playing in cold weather, they don't want to keep getting hit. They don't want to be in a physical battle. So if we could go out there, lean on this offensive line and Saquon Barkley and run the football, and of course Jalen Hurts with another game where he doesn't turn it over, we should be all right offensively. And defensively, I feel like the key to this game is it's stopping the run, man. Slowing down Kyron Williams. Stafford is really good throwing the ball. Obviously, they got Nakua and Cup, who are one of the better dynamic duos in the league. But I think the key for us is slowing down the run game, getting them in third and long, obvious passing situations, and letting our young defensive line get after Stafford and keeping the receivers in front of us and coming up and making a tackle. So getting them to third and long situations, I think, is key for this defense in this game. As far as my prediction, man, we played earlier this year, on a Sunday night game where Saquon was after that game was the NFL's MVP, 255 yards rushing, 47 yards receiving, 300 total yards, 270 yard touchdown runs. AJ went for 100. Um, and the defense was solid again in that game, man. Now the only thing we don't have Dean and Brandon Graham, that's the game that he got hurt, and he had a really big game before that injury. Um, we dominated them. But look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I have a lot of respect for Sean McVay. I have a lot of respect for Matthew Stafford and those players on offense, and I think the defense is young and good. But I would be lying to y'all if I told y'all that I could see the Eagles losing this game. Like, I pick us pretty much every week, but there's some games that I'm like, maybe this, that. I don't see it this game. Um, I was more nervous going up against the Green Bay Packers than I am going up against the Los Angeles Rams. I just feel like we are the far superior team. Um, Now look, if knock on wood, you know, somebody gets injured for us, or if we come out playing sloppy, turning over the ball, penalties, if we just play bad or have circumstantial injuries, then yeah, we could get got. But I feel like if this team comes out and play what they capable of playing, we not losing to the Rams, man. Like I just cannot see the Rams physically matching up with us, man. When you consider our offensive line, against their defensive line. When you consider Saquon Barkley going up against those young, unproven linebackers, even then when we throw AJ and Devontae against those young, unproven corners, then on the other side of the ball, the number one defense against, though they got Sean McVay, though they got Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup, and Kyron Williams, their offense hasn't really been putting up points like that. If you really pay attention, they haven't been scoring like that offensively. Against this number one defense in those elements, I just don't see it. Like, I just don't see it. I don't want to overlook this team. But I'm going to be honest, it's hard for me to not already think about an NFC championship game against the Detroit Lions or Washington Commanders. I will be highly upset and shocked if we lose this game to the Rams, yo. I don't see it. All due respect to them. And also prayers to everybody in the LA area with the fires and everything. Prayers, big prayers for them, man. Should have mentioned that earlier. But as far as on the football game, I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Like I just don't see it. All respect to the Rams, I just cannot see the Rams coming in Philly in the snow with an NFC Championship game on the line, and then there's the extra motivation where before the game start, we know who we would play. We know that we either gonna go to Detroit or we know the Commanders coming to town. Like if we know we going to Detroit, that's a little extra motivation to put something on film and let Detroit know, hey man, we coming next week. Y'all at home, but trust me, we coming. Or it could get the crowd even more ramped up knowing that we win this game, we at home again next week. So I just don't see it. I see the Eagles winning this game. comfortably. I think Green Bay was a better team than the Rams. I get it. They playing well. They playing inspired. But I had more fear against Green Bay. I think the Eagles win this game comfortably. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly.